Almost all the popular and long-running weekly Shonen Jump manga are ending soon. For example, My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, and One Piece. All of these manga are in their final arcs, and so are many other manga. So I thought about it. What popular long-running manga are gonna be left after a few years? And I think I have a few candidates, so let's hop right into it. But if it's not already clear, this video will contain spoilers for the manga I will be talking about. So either click off, or if you don't care, just get into it. First up is Sakamoto Days. It is currently the 11th most popular manga on Manga Plus, and it is just amazing. It is currently 147 chapters long, and personally, I don't see it ending anytime soon. It is about the retired world-renowned assassin Sakamoto, and an assassin with special powers, Shin. Sakamoto was the world's greatest assassin, and he retired from an organization called the Order. So there are assassins that are sent out to kill him, but even after retiring, none of the assassins stand even a chance. That includes our second main character, Shin. He can read people's minds. Later in the story, it is explained why he has such powers. Shin gets an order to kill Sakamoto because he left the Order. Shin accepts. Still, he instantly loses without being able to even react. He gets let go because Sakamoto doesn't kill anyone because of a certain someone. Anyway, Shin later comes back to his base to find out he was ambushed by his own squad because he failed the mission. He wins with the help of Sakamoto, who came in the nick of time, and then he starts working for Sakamoto. As the story moves on, the cast gets expanded a lot, and there are very little boring characters, and the fights are just amazing. This guy can definitely do a better job at explaining Sakamoto Days fights, so if you're interested, just watch that. But in short, the fights are top tier, if not the best in shonen at the moment. For now, it doesn't have an anime or even an anime announcement. Next up is another very interesting and long-running manga, Dandadan. You might have heard of it recently, as it just got an anime announcement. The anime is going to release on October 2024. The manga is currently 132 chapters long at the time of writing the script, and it is the 10th most popular manga on Manga Plus. And the same as Sakamoto Days, the end is still nowhere in sight. Dandadan is about a girl named Momo and Takakura, or Okaru, a nickname given by Ayase Momo. The manga starts out with Momo fighting her boyfriend that she thinks looks like her favorite actor, Ken Takakura, so she has problems with having a stable relationship with guys. And the other MC, Okarun, starts out as just a normal dork. While being bullied, a bully was going to throw something hard at Okarun before Momo steps in, trying to see if there's any guys that aren't scared of throwing something at a girl, because I'm not really sure why, but of course the bully stopped because there's a girl in front of him and they don't want to hurt a girl. And Momo smirks off, mocking them for being such scaredy cats. They somehow get into an argument about if spirits and UFOs are real. Momo believes that spirits are real and aliens aren't. Okarun believes that UFOs are real and spirits aren't. And to win the argument, Okarun goes to a haunted tunnel where apparently a spirit resides, and Momo goes to an abandoned building where aliens are meant to reside. At first, nothing happens until Okarun actually does see a spirit, Turbo Granny, and he immediately, while panicking, tries to run away, but Momo tells him to calm down. By running, Turbo Granny put a curse on him, and she tries to leave the building to go and help him, but while exiting, she sees aliens and gets him captured. Turbo Granny takes control of Okarun's body, but Momo awakens some psychic state where she can do paranormal stuff. The cast isn't as big as Sakamoto Days, but it is still pretty big and interesting to say the least. And last but not least, Kaiju number 8. Currently, it has 98 chapters, and the anime is scheduled for April 2024. This is currently my favorite manga, with Sakamoto Days and mamaYuYu being a solid second and third. Kaiju number 8 starts out with a 30-year-old man named Kafka Hibino. He works a job where the only thing he has to do is clean up after a Kaiju slain. Kaiju are Godzilla-like creatures, but less powerful most of the time and less intelligent, but they appear way more. His childhood dream was to work in Kaiju slaying, as it's kind of the coolest job in the world, and also kind of dangerous, but that's unimportant. He had tried many times to become an officer in a division at the Kaiju slaying facilities, but he failed every time. He once applied with his childhood friend Mina, and at the same time he failed the test for like the 5th time, Mina got in on the first try. He told her to wait at the top, he will catch up, but he never actually got in, so she eventually became a captain for the 3rd division, and that kind of is the role model for modern day kids to inspire them to join the Kaiju slaying job. All is going fine until one day, a new employee came with the ambition of joining the Caillou slaying company. He was looking for experience and knowledge of Cailloux there. He mocked Kafka for giving up and not being strong enough to join. With time, he started to listen to Kafka because he's an elder and he had valuable knowledge that he would need. By the way, his name is Ichikawa. One day, while going back and chatting to Ichikawa, a Caillou appeared out of nowhere and nearly killed Ichikawa, but Kafka jumped in to save him. Kafka shouted at Ichikawa to go call for help. He will try to hold it off for now. Of course, Ichikawa refused and wanted to help Kafka, but he did a little reality check, and Ichikawa ran off. Right after, Kafka nearly dies and Ichikawa says that he could never become an officer if he let him die here. So they both prepare to die, but then the 3rd division of Caillou slaying comes at the nick of time. At the hospital, Ichikawa and Kafka are both recovering from their injuries, and then a parasite flies up to Kafka and says, "Found you." That part is still not explained, and flies into Kafka's mouth. And Kafka gets the power of Caillou number 8. By the way, Caillou are never named, except if their resilience is over 9.0, and Caillou number 8 had the highest ever resilience recorded at 9.8, so that is pretty much the first chapter. The characters are very good, but again, not as good as Sakamoto Days. I think Caillou number 8 is the closest thing to be something like to the classic shonen trope of the MC being very dumb, self-sacrificial, funny, etc, etc. That is it for now, but I do have some honorable mentions that I can't go into depth right now because either I haven't read them or they aren't long enough. First is Undead Unluck. It has an anime releasing right now, which I am watching, and I think I will read the manga after the anime stops airing. It is like 187 chapters long at the moment, and I read on the internet that the end is nowhere in sight. The story follows Fuko. She's a negator and she negates a lot, so whenever she touches anyone, a stroke of unluck comes. That's how her parents died. And then there's the second MC, Andy. He negates death. He regenerates very quickly. That's his ability. And then in second there is mamaYuYu, which I already made a video about, which you can watch. It is only 14 chapters long, so I can't really say for now if it's gonna last, but I really hope it does because I've been loving it, but Japanese people not as much. I hope it survives. And yeah, see you next time.